Once, not so long ago, everything in our lives was local. Crops came from local fields, not global companies. Milk came from local cows, distributed by a local dairy. People who serviced power poles lived down the block. And when you made a phone call to get help or service, you knew who would pick up. Someone who worked nearby, who might go to your church, or whose children might go to the same school as yours. Then along came technology. The people on the phone who tried to help you with everything from banking services to buying books and clothes were no longer local. They probably lived on the other side of the state, country, or even the other side of the world, with one never-changing exception. As a PD Electric Co-op member, you have always enjoyed the comforts of one-on-one local service. Better yet, you always will. From the linemen you see in your community, to the helpful voices who greet you when you call, to the smiling faces you see in our offices, we're all local. We work just across the street, nearby in the next town, or right down the road in the next county. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your kids' coaches. Your needs are our needs. Your priorities are our priorities. We're right there with you, paying our power bills just like you do. Keeping the price of energy as low as possible will always be a priority for us, just as it is for you. At PD Electric, we never forget that local people are our real power. We know that most things in the energy industry will continue to change. But one thing never will. The incredible wattage, warmth, and light that comes from our locally sourced people power.
Well, if you have any doubt that the talents of local people are what make this co-op so special and successful, take a look around you. Though I've only been your president and CEO for a short time, I've been coming to these meetings since 1996. Having an opportunity to get together with the people who are the lifeblood of this co-op makes this one of the best days of the year for me. And thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. Our opening video talked a lot about the people part of today's theme and about the fact that the PD people who work so hard on your behalf are all local. And we all love the fact that all of you are local. Unlike a lot of companies who serve people here and there and who knows where, we get to do business with our friends and neighbors, and that's such a pleasure. Recently, our guys worked tirelessly through the water and flooding to make repairs to our power lines and helping those in need. All of us should be proud to live in South Carolina, where we once again showed the nation how to come together for the benefit of everyone. Last year, you proved that all of us working together can go national and have a big, loud voice. Do you remember the card you filled out when the EPA was looking for input for its Clean Power Plant initiative? Well, I'm proud to report to you that all of you made quite an impact on how the new regulations turned out. I was thrilled to learn that PD Electric and the South Carolina co-ops sent a huge percentage of the total responses the EPA received from all across the nation. And because of your big, loud voices, the regulations that evolved were very favorable to South Carolina. And the impact that will save South Carolina ratepayers right around $300 million a year. I think that number and your participation deserves a big, loud round of applause. Well, I know that I can count on you to raise your voices and make a difference on other issues in the future. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, moving on to the second part of our theme, and that's on power. All of us depend on power more than ever. I mean, I can't live without this mobile phone, and this little baby can't live without being charged with power. Keeping you and all of your demanding devices powered up is what we're all about. And now that it's hurricane season, you can be totally confident that we are fully prepared to restore power in the event a storm hits our state. You better believe all the Frans and Hugos, Hazels, they've always been on our radar. But we also keep a close eye on the storms that never make it to South Carolina. Your co-op takes storm preparation very seriously. And we're also all about another kind of power, and that's the power of information. If you aren't using our Smart Hub app or our website, you need to check it out. Our portals let you see how much energy you're using hour by hour, and that kind of knowledge truly is power. Seeing exactly when and where and how much energy you're using enables you to make decisions on how to cut your overall energy consumption, which in turn reduces your bills. And speaking of reducing energy costs, I hope you noticed the wholesale power credits that have popped up on your bills over the last several months. Whenever we see savings, we pass those along to you in the form of wholesale power credits. And since July of this year, you have saved over $1.5 million in wholesale power credits. There you go. There you go. That deserves a round. There you go. Well, in addition to the wholesale power credits, I'm also particularly fond of another kind of credit that you receive from PD Electric. Over the years, PD Electric has returned more than $95 million to you, our members, in the form of capital credits. And those are only received by PD Electric members, and it is a huge benefit of being a member of PD Electric. So instead of us paying money to stockholders, we return it right back to you. So who got their check this year? Well, I promised Mr. Goodson, our chairman, that I wouldn't get up here and talk too long this year. So let's finish up with the third part of our theme, and that's change. Earlier, I mentioned the EPA's new regulations. This 650-page document has been driving the decisions that are being made now about how energy is produced and in the future. Our industry's fuel mix has been changing dramatically as we move to other sources of energy production to help lower greenhouse gas emissions. Santee Cooper, for example, is shuttering coal generating plants and is constructing 2 nuclear units with SCANA because of the new regulations. The co-ops in Santee Cooper have also become part owners of a big solar farm down in Colleton County. Why are we doing this? Because we want to learn. We want to learn more about solar, its impacts, its costs, and the technologies. We will continue to evaluate on your behalf what kind of costs and benefits are as energy options change. And as the sources of energy evolve, we are intent on working harder than ever to be your energy advocate. We want to make sure that the neighbors who can afford the major investment of $20,000 to $30,000 to put a solar panel on their roof do not place an extra financial burden on their neighbors who have fewer financial resources. And here's another way we can help. The next time someone comes along and tries to sell you something by promising that your energy costs will go down, please call us. We would love to help evaluate whether a specific solution will really make a difference before you invest in it. We are always eager to share our energy expertise with you. And like the video said, there are 3 things that you can count on from PD Electric day after day after day. You can count on us for our people, you can count on us for our power, and as energy resources evolve, you can count on us to help you evaluate and manage each and every change. And you have my word on it. And now I'd like to recognize the employees of PD Electric. If you are an employee, please stand. These are the people who work tirelessly on your behalf day after day. Let's give them a round of applause. And finally, let me recognize and thank you, the best members in the state. And I'm about to turn it back over to Porter for the business meeting, followed by all of the door prizes and the lucky winner of these keys to the grand prize of that vehicle out there. Good luck to all of you, and thank you so much for coming.